Well, hello, wherever you are at in the world. I am your host, Marie Kennedy Groves, and you have tuned in to the Healing Waters broadcast. And I am thrilled that you have joined us today. To give you a little backdrop, story of me, if this is your first time tuning in, like I said, I'm Marie Kennedy Groves. I'm a life coach. I'm a mom of two amazing kids. I am a glam mom to a powerful 4-year-old grandson. I am a mindset warrior. I have purpose on my back. I'm a co-creator of life experiences. I'm an abundance believer. I believe that abundance is flowing for everyone. And you simply have to grab yours. I also am an intention setter. I'm very, very intentional about my days. I'm very intentional about what I think about. I'm very intentional about the words coming out of my mouth. So I live with a lot of intention. And I do all of this powered by God. So that is a little bit about your host, Marie Kennedy Groves. Now, I'm going to tell you that I'm doing this broadcast from the heart because I've been out of town and I've had a lot of windshield time. And I was thinking about this subject on my drive back home. And it just about overcame me where there was points I almost had to pull the car over to the side of the road. So everybody talks about going to the next level. Oh, I'm going to the next level. Oh, you know what? This is next level stuff. And that is amazing. But let me tell you, can I talk real talk with you? Come in a little closer. Can I talk real talk with you? So, here's the truth. You wonder why only 1% of the population exceeds to what you and I would look at as being extremely successful, or really going after things and accomplishing big things. 1% of the population. Let me tell you about leveling up. Let me tell you about next level stuff. My friends, it is painful. It is challenging to the very core of your being. Step up your game. It's exhausting. And you know what? You know why so many people don't? And why there's only that 1% that are, just can go out and it seems, people will say, you hear this all the time, hey, everything they touch turns to gold. Now, let me tell you about that 1%. They pushed through the pain. They pushed through the hurt. They pushed through the challenges and refused to give up because they had purpose on their back, and they knew that they knew that they knew that they were capable of more. See, what happens to the majority of people is you will get that inspiration, that spurt of inspiration of, oh, I want to create this, or I want to do this. And you're like, okay, let's do it. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do it. And you start doing it. And all of a sudden, you're uncomfortable. You don't know what you're doing. You're trying to figure it out. It's challenging you. It's stretching you. And like I said, that's painful. It's uncomfortable. And everything within our bodies is screaming, don't do it. Come back to where it's comfortable. Come back to what you know. And so we do. And we settle for what we know, for what's comfortable. Let me just share with you about a personal story. If you watched my previous broadcast this year, we talked about clearing the clutter out of our lives. We talked about mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, and personally, clearing the clutter out of our lives. And there was a lot of great things that we talked about that had very little to do with actual things, but had a lot to do with internal stuff, of clearing the clutter internally. Go back and listen to those broadcasts, because I do believe that you will get a lot out of them. I want to tell you a personal story because I think so many times we see the highlight reel on social media where it looks like everybody's life is amazing. And I know that many times people listen to this broadcast and they're like, oh my gosh, look at her. She has it together. So I want to share a very transparent, personal moment with you right after this commercial break. And if you have not subscribed to the Healing Waters broadcast, I would ask you to hit the subscribe button down below, and we will be right back.
We all want the best for our children so that they can excel in life. But as the world around us becomes increasingly complex, the stress levels of our children are rising. Their attention spans are decreasing and their minds are becoming restless. How can we help them deal with this complex world around them and realize their true potential? The answer lies hidden inside the minds of every child. The Brighter Minds program unlocks the hidden potential of your child and makes them ready for their future. It uses the principle of enhancing the capacity of the brain and its reception to learning, using neuroplasticity, epigenetics, and entrainment, bringing about a fine balance between the logical, analytical, creative, and intuitive processes of your child. Brighter Minds makes your child ready for the future. Give your child the right gift of Brighter Minds, the gift of a lifetime.
And we are back. So this was just really on my heart today to share this very transparent personal story with you, because I'm a life coach. I'm a very real life coach. I am very unscripted. But what I wanted to share with you was the realness of life so that you would know that you're not alone. So I was driving home from being out of town. And if I was, so I'm going to give you a quick snapshot. Last year, I quit my corporate America job. 2 years prior, I had started my own business, burning the candle at both ends. It's been a crazy couple of years. Okay. I knew when I quit my corporate America job that I was going to be stretched because it was next level. My business now was going to have to be my income. As things have progressed, other things have come into my life. I still have my business. I'm doing multiple companies at this point. And when I tell you that I have been in an uncomfortable spot, like nothing that I've never been here before. Let me put it that way. If you listen to prior broadcasts of mine, I shared with you that I had started speaking a little over a year ago, that I was a 7-figure earner. I was a 7-figure girl. And, the conversation that we had was, Marie, how can you say that you're a 7-figure girl when you've never made 7 figures in a year? And it's because I have chosen to believe that the value I bring is worth 7 figures. And I believe that to the very core of my being, and nobody can tell me any different. So while I have adopted that belief system, now it is forcing me to live a life that financially responds with 7 figures. And when I tell you that I am being challenged to the very core of my being, I am being challenged to the very core of my being. The easiest thing in the world for me right now would be to retreat, would be to say, this is just too much. This demands too much of me. But I know that I know that I know. I know what I'm capable of. And I will not allow myself to settle. I know if I settle, I'll always wonder what if. Because I know that 7-figure girl is in there. She is trying to come out. It's like birthing pains right now. And it's scary. It's painful. It's stretching my mind, stretching my mental capacity to think bigger, faster. It's all the things. And I just said today to one of my friends, I know why people don't do it. Because it just demands so much. I know why people settle. I understand it. I get it. I'm at the place in my life where what you think of me does not concern me. I used to be a big people pleaser. Oh my gosh. I tried to please everybody. Drove myself insane trying to please everybody. I'm now no longer concerned with what you think of me. or who people think that I should be. You know what keeps me up at night? Is who I know I am. What I know I'm capable of. But it's pushing past that comfort zone, pushing past all my limiting beliefs, all my limiting belief systems that I've carried. Pushing past all of that to get to that next level, to do it, to achieve it, to be that. Can I just say it this way to you? 7-figure earners, they talk differently. They walk differently. They have different conversations. They carry themselves in a completely different way than a 6-figure earner or even a 5-figure earner. And that's the space that is stretches you so much, is to become that mindset, that 7-figure mindset, that 7-figure belief system, that 7-figure vision, and knowing it's possible, knowing that these are the steps to take to get there. And it demands everything from you. It demands your all. It demands places inside of you that you've never tapped into. It's uncomfortable, people. It's uncomfortable. I don't care what anybody tells you. Next level is uncomfortable. So if you're watching social media, you're watching people's best reels, and you're like, oh my gosh, everything I touch turns to gold. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, if I had an amazing husband supporting me like that, sure, I would do it too. Oh, if I had the upbringing they did, I would do it too. Let me tell you, stop saying things like that. All that is jealousy of where they're at compared to where you're at. Start asking yourself the question, what do they know that I don't know? What do they listen to that I don't listen to? What conversations do they have that I don't have? What are they connected to that pushes them to this next level? Because it's there for all of us. Remember I told you that I was an abundance believer? Abundance is there for all of us. But we have got to grow into the person that can grab ours. So, we are out of time today. I know this was a very impromptu broadcast, but it was burning so heavily on my heart that I wanted to take the time to just be raw, real, and transparent with you and tell you, if you are in the same season that I'm in and you're feeling the burn, you're feeling literally like you're being stretched like a rubber band and you're about to snap, I get you. I'm there. You're being challenged. I'm there. I'm there. I am with you. And for those of you that say, I have no idea what you're talking about, when you decide that you want to go next level, be ready. Be ready. Because the challenges will come. And you have got to want it, or you will never push through it. So, my beautiful friends, remember, You were born to thrive and not just survive. You can connect with me on Facebook at Marie Groves. You can connect with me on IG at world_changer4life, or you can email me at mariegroves@healingwaters.info. I look forward to talking with you, and I hope today has been a big hug for you. If you are pushing to the next level, I hope today is a hug. I join arms with you. I'm right there with you. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. See you next time.